Hello everyone. This is the third video of the series Star Sectors of the Month. In this series, I share the best three and worst three sectors for every upcoming month. There are total 67 sectors which I have picked from website screener.in. I have analyzed the share price movement of top 10 companies over the last 10 years of each of these 67 sectors, and the result of that analysis is this information which I am going to share with you in this video. I have analyzed the sectors on two criterias: returns and consistency. So let's see the best and worst sectors of the upcoming month of June. Before moving on, please read the entire disclaimer carefully. And this video is for education purpose only. There is no buy, hold, or sell recommendation at all. So the first criteria for the analysis was the returns. This graph shows the average returns over the last 10 years of top 5 broader indices of Indian share market for the month of June. So if you see, this bar is for Nifty 50. So the average return for Nifty 50 in the month of June over the last 10 years is 1.21%. For Nifty Next 50, it's 1.24%. For Nifty Mid Cap 100, it's 2.1%. Nifty Small Cap 250, 2.33%. And Nifty 500, it's 1.45%. So based on the indices return, the rank of the month of June is fifth among the 12 months. So it's somewhere in between. It is not the best, it is not the worst even. So it's fifth amongst the 12 months in a year. Let's move on. And this graph shows the best 10 sectors based on the returns. Now the green bars over here shows the returns. The green lines over here shows the number of years with positive returns, and the red line shows number of years with negative returns. So, for example, this aerospace and defense sector historically has given an average return of 7.72% in the month of June. With 8 times it has given positive returns and 2 times it has given negative returns. Similarly, glass and glass product sector 6.74% average returns, 8 times positive and 2 times negative returns. So similarly for all of these, for example, sugar sector 12.7% average returns, 5 positive and 5 negative. Now let's see the top three. So the best three sectors based on returns at number three is bearing sector with 9.10% returns, and 9 times in the month of June this sector has given positive returns and only once it has given a negative return. At number two is sugar sector with 12.70% average returns, 5 positive returns and 5 negative returns in last 10 years in the month of June. And the best sector of all is telecom equipment and infra services sector with 13.11% returns and 7 positive years and 3 negative years in the month of June. Let's move on and see the worst 10 sectors in terms of returns. Again, green bar or these bars shows the returns, and these lines, the green line shows the number of years with positive returns and the red line shows number of years with negative returns. So if you see, for example, air transport service sector, the average returns in the month of June is 0.65% with 5 positive and 5 negative returns in the last 10 years in the month of June. Similarly, financial services 0.44% average return, 6 positive and 4 negative. Um, Paints and varnish sector, zero negatives 0.78% returns, 5 positive and 5 negative. So let's see the worst three. So at number three is the power generation and distribution sector with only 0.19% average return in the last 10 years in the month of June. 6 times it has given positive returns in month of June and 4 times negative returns. At number two is tobacco products with minus 0.64% returns, 5 positive and 5 negative returns. And the worst of all sectors for the month of June is paints and varnish sector with negative 0.78% returns, 5 positive years and 5 negative years for the month of June. Now let's move on to the next analysis criteria, which is the consistency. So based on consistency, the five broader indices in the month of June have given positive returns five times for Nifty 50, for Nifty Next 50, Nifty Mid Cap 100, and Nifty Small Cap 250. All of them have given positive returns six times in the last 10 years in the month of June, and Nifty 500 has given positive returns only five times. Now, based on consistency, June is ranked ninth, so way worse than it is in terms of returns. So in terms of returns, if you remember, it is ranked fifth, but in terms of consistency, it ranks ninth. So that means the returns are volatile in the month of June. Okay, let's move on. This graph shows the best 10 sectors based on consistency. Now the focus is on consistency, hence this bar over here, the green bar shows the number of years with positive returns, and the red bar shows number of years with negative returns, and this blue line over here shows the actual returns. So for example, aerospace and defense, eight times in the last 10 years this sector has given positive returns in month of June, two times negative returns, and the returns are 7.72%. So similarly, for example, FMCG sector again eight times positive returns in month of June, two time negative returns, and the average returns are 3.39%. Refineries, 7 years positive returns, 3 years negative returns, and the average returns are 2.72%. Let's see the top three in terms of consistency. So the best three sectors at number three is textiles with 7.38%, but more importantly, eight times in the last 10 years, this sector has given positive returns in the month of June. At number two is aerospace and defense, 7.72% returns, but again, more importantly, eight times this sector has given positive returns in the month of June, and only two times it has given negative returns. And at number one, in terms of consistency, is the bearing sector with average returns of 9.10, but more importantly, nine times out of last 10 June, this sector has given positive returns, and only one time that has given negative returns. Let's move on to the worst sectors, and this graph shows the worst 10 sectors in terms of consistency. Again, this red portion of this graph shows the uh, number of years with positive return, whereas the red portion shows the number of years with negative returns, and this blue line shows the returns. So, for example, bank sector, it has given positive returns 5 years in the month of June and negative returns five times in month of June. The average returns are 2.02%. Similarly, gas distribution, five positive years, five negative years, and average returns of 0.79%. Another example, let's say refractory sector, five positive, five negative, and average returns of 2.33%. Let's see the worst three sectors in terms of consistency. So at number three is air transport service sector with 0.65% returns and five positive returns in last 10 years in the month of June and five negative returns. At number two is tobacco products with minus 0.64% returns, five positive and five negative returns. And the worst of all sectors in terms of consistency is the paints varnish sector with minus 0.78% returns and five positive and five negative return years, sorry, in the last 10 years for the month of June. So that is all from my side in this video. Please spread the word and share this video with all of your friends and family so that they too can take advantage of this unique information. I'll be back soon in the next video of this series in the last week of next month. Stay tuned. In the meantime, watch other important educational and informative videos on my channel. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, like and comment. Goodbye for now.